shall not throw yourself down that light highway where not many problems arise because you're such a positive person. We should never treat ourselves with dignity because I'm a slave to my master. And who is that again? Please fill in the line. Who is your master? Is it me? Is it Christ? Is it your mom? Is it God? Is it video games?
As I'm doing all that, yo, my dick's getting hard. I can't wait to get it in. I know he wants it. This is part of the plan. We got a contract at home. This is
Who in your household decides what's right and wrong?
okay,
I'm curious about what law you go by. So with your blinds closed and your old style heating gauge because you don't want the government in your house because you jack off to flowers, that's why. You're doing something hella suspicious. That's why you don't want an automatic thermostat. And, saying stupid, that is a great excuse. I mean, if you stay stupid, you can't work a remote control, so you ain't going to get brainwashed by MTV. Many possibilities here. And the ceiling is the limit. No higher than the ceiling. I've always been taught that the ceiling is the highest. Well, you could go to the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, okay. I will take it to the ceiling, homie. You will determine how I feel today, and you are everything. So what are you thinking? Because I can't go on living without you. That's a song playing at the radio station. That's the song playing. So since I'm talking like king shit, let's make myself big size like my dick.
Bros, homie. We bros, homie. That's your invite.
So what's up?
I can't help you, man.
You're my friend.
And watch Jeopardy.
And
feels a scorching. You deserve that life. You don't want to rock with us.
It's all about being Batman, baby.
You wouldn't want to rock with us because we stars. Can't hang, bro.
It's all about being a star on your block, baby. It's all about having the biggest dick on the block, baby. It's all about showing off your pecs and your muscles, baby. It's all about what makes you stand out besides what you see in the mirror, baby. It's all about Sesame Street and who you could be. It's all about Mr. Rogers in his magical design land. It's all about whatever you make it. You ever heard that thought? Home is where you make it. You ever heard that thought? It is what it is. Life is what you make of it. You ever heard that? So, as I'm talking to a computer here that only knows one thing and cannot be measured with, I know better. So we shall not talk about how you could pull me in to your cult membership. Let's not talk about how you have and very capable of pulling me inside of your cult group. I choose to be not in any kind of group. I don't want to be labeled. What will people think if they find out that I'm part of that steeple vision over there? What will my job? I could lose my job. I could lose some of the online friends I got. I could lose some of these online promotions. What will people think? if I speak for a group, I am a nothing. You realize how much of a zero I am? I choose to be on this side, man. Don't get in my personal bubble. You ain't invited, but here, I'll give you a look. I will give you a piece of this cracker and some Dr. Pepper. And you need that because the carbonation mixes, and that's how creation was started, by some food and some energy. You have those together, you now have a design for a beautiful dream. It's more than about the cracker and juice. It's more about the cracker and the wine. It's about the cracker and Dr. Pepper. It's about combinations that you do on your controller. It's about the songs you make that get the panties wet. It's about the lifelong path you walked to get here, which inspired millions. What did I sell? But somehow I sold it to millions of people.
Christmas trees.
How am I in this reality that it's possible to talk to the world and more people than in your local 50,000 stadium, 25,000, 3,000? How is it possible that Martin Luther King, if he could have kept his mouth closed and held in his temptations, maybe he wouldn't get shot, because the internet was 30 years away. He would have still been alive. He could have been working on his shit. But now he was running his mouth when he shouldn't have been. And it's 2019, baby. I'm 10 feet away from my bed, and I'm talking to way more people than my hood. I don't know anyone in my hood. I choose not to know anyone in my hood. Just from an observation, in my opinion, on everything I've said so far and everything I will say in the future, anytime you hear my mouth moving, it's my opinion. And people got assholes. People got opinions. So let's just revalidate that in your validated brain. Once you graduate from your code base, like perfected. You went all of these years to be a slave for an X-ray. Basically, it took you 4 years of college or whatever, 2 years, to work an iPad device. This thing controls something. I have to gain knowledge of where stuff is at and what to do and what not to do. Oh, the battery's charged. Am I an authorized user of this system? Can I charge it with an authorized cable? Is that I am in charge of everything in here. It took me 4 years to hook up a pair of speakers, because no one's going to hire me without that degree hanging from my wall. No one will hire me unless, I got zero. I can do it, but I've never done it. I've never done it. I've read articles and magazines that was given to me, printed up by someone for an agenda, because they had everything we know in life is written from our ego, except for the book of Christ.
drink that nasty sugar.
that has zero ego written inside of it. And plus my words. You know, when I speak intelligently up here and inspire millions, it's not the ego talking, it's character. Learn to control your character. Don't let your character control you. You ever heard that rhyme? Well, now you do. Here's the next thing. What you gonna do about it? Now that you know, will you wake up tomorrow just as stupid as you did today? From all of the wisdom that I spit, will it just slip through your chicken fingers or chicken nuggets from Burger King because they're like $1? You can't get that grease all over this. Actually, you can. But you can't get grease over a 4-year college degree. So, everyone is stupid. I am stupid. I am the stupidest. I am the most stupidest person alive. I take the cake, man. I got zero brain. Smoke weed all day. And just look where that got me, man. Look where doing drugs alone got me.
It's a money shot.
Let me give you the money shot.
Yo, looks like you got a money shot.
A leaky faucet, girl. You need your pipes cleaned out?
We'll go get me some more water.
Cause I see it's leaking. The more I speak, the more the leak. Girl, you need your pipes clean? Cook, girl. You need your pipes clean? Cause I'm a piper good.
Get on hotels.
Piper good.
Penthouse.
His job for the rest of his life is to move his jaw
Girl,
and look good.
you all smoking
And, you know, think crazy. I have to have a mental illness.
But I bet you don't got a heart.
I have to be bipolar and multi-personalities. I got to be everything you're not
I bet you're a bitch.
able to do.
You know
Because
how
you're
I
just
know it?
plain not allowed.
Smoking hot.
And that's why people call
You're
me
like a
Batman.
bitch.
I ain't a bitch.
My mama said to stay away from people like you.
Maybe you should
I
ask that
decided to
question
come
in the
and
mirror,
say
though.
it, that I got an issue with
Because you
hot
don't have to be making the
You're a
same
hot
mistakes
smoking
day after
bitch.
day
I
after
got
day out. You don't
you.
have to keep on laying those eggs and keep on wondering what comes first. Does the chicken or the egg?
I'm gonna come up there and tell you what I
The
think.
chicken comes first.
Yeah.
You ain't got a chicken, you ain't got an egg.
I'm up all in that cleavage.
That's what happens, man.
Share my opinion. You ain't nice.
Gotta have a
Take
bitch
my money. That's what mama said
right there holding the egg.
when it happened to
So
my
you
brother.
gotta have a chicken.
So I ain't down
with
with
that
no
egg.
crew. Once you get
Takes
your
two, really.
fine ass off
But-
public property.
You should watch
Yeah.
TV more.
As I get
'cause
back in my car,
Don't I speak
Hey,
with
have a
such
cigarette, 'cause I'm so worked up about this situation that happened. Probably be
Excellence.
messed up for a full week straight.
an A+. Plus.
I may
Plus.
have to updose my medication where my mom gives me tonight.
Man,
As I
I'm
sleep
probably
in
the
sick
coolest
bed
person I
sheets.
know. You know,
I did when I was 5 years old.
takes a lot of work
As I wear
To
the
be
same
cool.
shoes
to fly around in the
for 8
sky.
years.
If you could fly around in the
Wearing
sky,
sandals and socks.
you would
That's
do.
how at
You would
home
fly
it
around
is.
in the sky. But here's the problem. You don't know how to do jack shit. But what those books taught you how to do. Slave. Working for those paychecks so you can pay back your debt that you'll be in life for like most of your life. How does that make you feel? That you can't afford going to a psychologist, so you're just lifelong depressed. How does that make you feel
Cure
that you wasted your life away
undesirable
in
disease
not being great
that one must suffer
like other
through?
people you see?
It's not my fault, man. It's
There are
not my
many
fault.
reasons to improve on your citizenship.
It's not my fault, man.
There are
I got
many
it. The disease, I'm a
ways to get to the barn door. There are many ways to get you in the sack. There are many ways to get an education. There are many ways. Older I get, the more I've realized college is a scam. Why go to college when you got Google and then you could be boss? Why not be boss? Nah, I want to be dick sucker number 4. You don't want to be boss. You can't even say the word entrepreneur because it's not allowed in your household. Nah, those words won't be. Those big ass words. You will not speak like that under my roof and rules. You will smoke this joint at least one a day, or you will have to go do something else, buddy. Because I personally need a smoke buddy. And, you know, if you're not allowed to do this, you know, I won't tell anyone, but you ain't need a job. You just need to smoke my weed and act out. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much to ask for? No, you see, I will never, ever be quiet. Ever. Because God gave me a mouth, and I learned to use it from a book. I could have chose many places to live when I was born and choose to have the kind of base education ingrained into my brain. I'm so glad that was all a choice. Because now I'm very smart. I'm able to do what Superman couldn't. Batman stays. You ever heard that name? First name Batman, last name Stays. Batman Stays. Got a hotel reservation. It's under Batman Stays. Stays Batman. I'm Batman, and I'm going to stay here at your hotel. Sorry, I'm confusing, or maybe you just can't do your job. Can I speak to your manager, please? And so the runs to go grab authority and stand by with a finger up their butthole, smiling, as this guy can probably speak complete sentences. So, and then, you know, you lose your job because you're an idiot. You failed in school, can't speak English, poor grammar. You still use the word ain't. And because you know it's true, you still jam out to all those old cassette tapes. You are not improved, but I bet your television set has improved. And I'm glad your television set ain't got problems. I bet you want to buy a television set that's perfect, don't you? Yeah, so when you go to a job, the people want you to hold the sign at the corner of the road as you wear this mask in 500-degree weather, just like we say. Because if you don't, you're going to get fired. And I need the top of the class who's got A's because they can follow orders. And they're the biggest dick suckers of all. But yet, you know, just give them their space. And soon they can be bosses and eventually get out of debt. Because they believe you got to spend money to make money. Idiots ain't using their brains, man. You ain't a boss. But you can observe me as I observed losers of the century. And I figured out how to not make mistakes in life. Just look at the way how GTA 5 is played. Notice we don't really like to hit stuff and dent up our car. the performance goes down. So, like, when I talk, I'm top 100. Like, this controller works 100% of the time. I do not want a controller that works. I will not accept a controller that will make mistakes. That is unacceptable in my brain. I will not be able to function if mistakes are allowed in my life. Otherwise, I might pull down my pants while I'm in the mall and start jerking off. You know? Who's to say that I wouldn't do that if I didn't restrain myself and teach? Who's to say I wouldn't go to a church and wait for someone to sing their song of their life they practiced all week, and I just bust out laughing in the middle of it, and they walk out? Who says what's stopping me from doing that? You lose cool points, homie. Definitely. All right, question in the email got answered. Because we got those Google glasses. Those Google glasses projects an image on your eye frame. So, I'm Terminator. I can already figure it out. Took the classes and everything. That's why I know what works. I got an owner's manual. I made it. You ain't gonna read mine though, because it will not make sense. I'm sure you got an owner's manual somewhere in your glove box. Why don't you open it up? For Batman Stays. Why don't you open up your box? And let's see how dirty it is from because no one taught you how to correctly change the oil. You just unscrewed it and let it run all over the ground because no one told you that oil is bad. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Who taught you that? And how come some stuff sticks and the other stuff just slips out because it's so slippery? Like, we can't be friends because our relationship slips through the cracks. You have a crack though, right? You ain't got a dong like me. I need to check before we date to see if you got a crack. I mean, I'm the only one who gets this log, and I need to park it every once in a while in a nice garage, tight fit, and then go boating into the sea of joy. A lifelong journey of excellence. Doesn't that quench your thirst? You imagine that someday you might actually believe in something besides failure. And, you might be able to make music or albums or even play. Like, did you see that turn I made back there on GTA 5 for the podcast? I made an excellent turn in GTA 5. I'm playing as my jaw is moving. Durban Poison is in effect. Durban Poison, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the reason why I'm acting out. I smoked some drugs, and now my mouth won't stop moving. Batman Stays. Hello. Hi, may I speak to Batman Stays, please? Yeah, hold on. I'll get you Batman. Hello, this is Batman Stays. Hi, Batman. Hi. May I help you? No, I just want to hear your sexy voice. Oh, thanks. I do got a sexy voice, and I put myself to sleep. Put myself to bed many times. How many females have I put to sleep? As they're wiggling it. Millions over the course of the next, let's say, 1,000 years. Or let's just do a low number, 1,000. 1,000 girls will wiggle it to my career. Maybe not to my face. Maybe to my voice. maybe 1,000, you know, probably minimum in 1,000 years from now. I mean, there's not that many cassette tapes out there with people gargling the next vowel. Because it's what? 2019. We haven't hit 1 century of tuba playing. Yeah, can I get a cassette from 1700 of when Beach Boys' great-grandpa playing the fiddle near his man-made beach? Jealous. Straight up. You wish you could play video games, but you get ridiculed by the people who love you. You are afraid to be yourself. Did you understand that that's why you watch me? Wow. Next time I freestyle, my brain's been primed. Look at this. This is the best I played GTA 5. Means my freestyle will be just as smooth. Whew. Damn, yo. When I start telling myself to do that job, when my beeper goes off, it's like, okay, time to be a rapper right now. Let me go put on my rapper suit. And have the, all right, no one talks to me. I got to put on the rapper mindset. Yo, what's up, baby? Nah, it's chilling, you. Smoking a few stoves, getting ready to go on stage. Just accepting the hate as I was living hated. Whew. Damn, yo, that's already combination level right there. Wow. Yo. Like, I've been driving this vehicle for damn near 10 minutes. And I got a fender bender. That's about it.
I mean, made it to 2 years of my marriage. Had its ups and downs, but my problem is
today I got it. It's not a permanent, it's temporarily. But you do it after hours and hours of practice. Like, literally. Do you see that turn? When I first got this video game, I could not play these cars like. Sounds good to your ears. Buying a bar on the beers. While emotion rain tears. Writing letters to all my ideas. Sessions to make CJ020, CJ022, CJ023.